Hey, what's going on, family? It's Brother Andrew back again with another video. And today we'll be continuing our math series that's helping us get prepared for our end of the year assessments. Today we'll be going over whole numbers. We'll be going over how to read extremely large numbers using commas, and we'll learn a trick for comparing them without getting confused. We'll be utilizing place value charts and go over how to create one on our own. So we're going to start with this number. Now, what I want you to understand is when you have these large numbers, they're separated into what we call houses, right? Now, the houses are separated by the commas. So if you see these commas, they separate groupings of the number. So the number can be split up into different sections, and these sections we're going to refer to as houses, right? So this section would be my ones house. This section would be my thousands house. And this section will be my millions house. So these are the three sections that we'll be going over today, or the three houses that we'll be going over today, and they're separated by commas. These commas right here separate our houses. Now, every time we read a portion that's followed by a comma, instead of saying the comma or skipping over the comma, we say the house that we just referred to. Now, it's important to remember when you're saying large numbers like this, the houses you can read as if nothing else exists, and then you just read the commas for whatever house we just talked about. So let's do a demonstration. I'm gonna use my highlighter tool to just show you this. So for instance, if I'm talking about when I say this, I just say it like it's the only thing there. When I say this, I just say it like it's the only thing there. And when I say this, we just say it like it's the only thing there. Now, when we get to the commas, instead of saying the commas or just skipping over them, we'll say whatever house is separated. So this comma is million. This comma is thousand. All right, so let's give this a try. We'll just say this like it is 4,562,891. So we're saying each section of the number as if it's the only section, like nothing else exists. It's like when I'm saying the first portion, I'm not worrying about these. I'm just saying this for what it is. And then every comma, I'm just saying whatever house I just said before that comma, right? So this comma's here. The house before this comma is the millions house. The house before this comma is the thousands house. So I say this for right here. I say this house right here. All right. So let's try this again. We have 4,562,891. Every time you see a comma, you'll say the name of the house every time. All right. Now that we have all these written out, I want to show you how you can make your own place value chart. Like, we're going to use a place value chart moving forward, but I want you to be able to make your own place value chart because it won't always be provided for you. You'll have to be able to make it yourself. But if you can make it yourself, you can utilize it. Like we use brain dumps all the time. And a brain dump is simply information that you have stored in your head and you just put it down on your scratch paper or your prove it papers, so you can utilize it during your test. It's useful information that you already have and that you can just put down. And whenever you come across anything on the test that you could benefit from knowing that information, it's already there for you. So you want to make sure when you get your test and it's time for you to start, put all of the formulas, all of the different little strategies and techniques that you can remember down on your paper. And that way you could just automatically have it right there for you. Because sometimes when we're taking the test, we get a little overwhelmed and we forget some things. But if we just take our time and just do a good brain dump and just get all of our formulas and information down on the paper before we start the test, we can retain and recall a lot more information that way. So I always tell you, when the test starts, write down all of the information that we've been going over that's going to help you in the test. All right, that being said, we're going to go over how to make a place value chart that's going to really assist you. All right, now for the purpose of this place value chart, I'm not writing the complete words. I'm going to write abbreviated portion of the word. So like the first letter of the place value, or maybe the first two letters, so I don't get confused. Like with the tens and thousands, I'm not going to put a T for both of them. So for thousands, I'll be using TH. All right. But I won't be writing the full word down, and you don't have to either. So we're going to start with our lowest place value all the way up to 100 million, right? So we're already going to start with the ones. We'll start with the ones. Then we have the tens. Then we have the hundreds place. Then we have our first separation, our comma. Now we have the thousands. Then we have the 10,000s. Then we have the 100,000s. Then we have another comma, separation. Followed by the millions. We have 10 millions, and then we have 100 millions. Now, this is a good place value chart. You have a place for everything. Now, if we was to utilize the same number that we used earlier and fill it into the place value chart, we will easily be able to figure out what each digit in the number represents. All right, so let's fill that number back in. So we have 4,562,891. So it's easy to figure out what place is the 6 in this number. It's in the 10,000s place. Now, if I wanted to know what is the value of the 6, it would be 60,000, because it's in the 10,000s place and it's 6 of them. So 6 10,000s would be 60,000. Same thing. What is the value of the 4? It's in the millions place, so the value of the 4 would be 4 millions. All right. Now I want to go over how we can compare numbers now, and we can utilize a place value chart to compare numbers. Very easy. So right now we have our place value chart, and I'm going to show you how we can utilize this place value chart and assist us in comparing numbers, especially larger numbers, because sometimes we can be trying to compare numbers and it's hard to keep everything organized. That's why you want to practice making your place value chart. That way everything could be organized. A lot of times during your assessments, you may be asked to compare two numbers. Determine whether it is greater than, less than, or equal to another number. So you're going to be asked to either select whether one number is greater than, less than, or equal to another number. So for this, we're going to write two numbers down and we're going to compare them. We're going to go over how we can compare them. So let's say we had and we just want to compare that number to okay, the first steps we're going to want to do is take each individual number and place it in our place value chart. So I'll take my first number and I'll place it in my place value chart. So I will go and I will make sure my commas are lined up with my houses. So I will put my first comma right there and my second comma right there, and I will just build around it. So I got 42,873,192. Now I will take my second number and I will place it right underneath. I will stack it right underneath my first number. Like I said, we getting our commas lined up, 1 comma, 2 comma, and I would just place my numbers according. 42,793,192. Now that we have our numbers stacked on top of each other and all the place values are aligned exactly as they should be, it's very, very easy to make a comparison on which number is larger or smaller, or if they're equal. When we're dealing with ordering and comparing numbers, we always start by looking at the greatest place value, the largest place values. Now, if one number has a place value that's larger than the other one, it's automatically greater than the other one. If this number goes to the 100 millions, let's say this number was 142,873,192. We don't even have to proceed any further. We already know that this number is larger than this number because it has a whole nother place value that it goes to. Just like if I had the numbers 8 and I had the number 18, I can look at the tens place and this one doesn't have any tens. So I know this one is automatically the larger number because this one don't even possess a 10. It doesn't even go that far. So I can automatically know that 18 is greater than 8. Same concept goes for the larger numbers. If you have a larger number and it goes to a place value that's larger than this number even possesses, this number don't even possess 100 million. This has 1, so it's automatically larger. You don't even have to proceed any further. Now, in the instance that, the place values go to the same place value, now we can compare them. Now we look at the 10 millions. They're both 4, so there's no difference. I mark them out. I look at the 1 million. They're both the same. I mark them out. Now I go to the 100 million. I see a difference, so I circle my difference. And that lets me know that 8 is bigger than the 7. Therefore, the number with the 8 in it is greater than the number with the 7 in the 100,000s place. So this would be our answer right there. All right. Things to remember. Always start with the greatest place value when we're comparing and ordering as well. That being said, we'll go over a question where you're utilizing this place value chart to order a set of numbers, right? So you may be given a set of numbers Well, this is a bad eraser, but we gonna keep going. We ain't gonna let it stop us, right? So let's say you was given some numbers like 32,812, and you was given the number 32,795, and then you was given a 33,114. And you was told to place these numbers in order from least to greatest. So we're gonna put these in order from least to greatest. You want to pay attention to what it's asking you in the question, because sometimes we make simple mistakes and it's asking us least to greatest and we're putting greatest to least. So we're asked greatest to least and we're putting least to greatest. So you want to make sure you're answering the question that's been asked of you, number one. Now, once you got that, we know we're gonna go from least to greatest. So the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna put them in the place value chart. So we got 1 comma in each number. So I'm gonna have, they're gonna go to the thousand place. So first number, 32,812. Second number, 32,795. Third number, 33,114. Now, just like we did when we was comparing numbers, because ordering numbers, you're still comparing them. How am I gonna know that one number is least than or greater than another number without comparing them? We're still comparing them. We're just comparing multiple numbers at the same time, right? Instead of just 2 numbers, you could compare 3, you could compare 4 numbers at a time, and you'll just stack them according to their place value, just like this. Look, there's no difference here. So we cannot determine if one is larger or smaller than the other one because there was no difference. Now we're going right here. There's a difference. There's a difference right here. And this 3 is bigger than those 2 numbers. So I know this is going to be my largest number. So I found my largest number. I'm going to mark this out right here. And we're going from least to greatest. So my greatest number will be my third number that I have to place. It's going to be the third number. So I go ahead and I will just put 3. This is my third largest number. This is going to be my third largest number if I was to, once I order them. Now I'm going to continue going. These are the same. There's a difference here as well. So this difference right here, from least, my least number, the smallest one would be this one. This would be my number 1, and this would be my number 2. So now I have my order, and I would rewrite them, right? I would rewrite them. Maybe rewrite them right here. 32,795. 32,812. And then my third, the largest number will be 33,114. All right. So that's how you use a place value chart to compare and order whole numbers. Now, when you stack them vertically like this using the place value chart, this helps you avoid simple mistakes. It keeps everything neat and organized for you. And I recommend you making this place value chart and using it throughout your assessment. You may have more than one question that you can utilize a place value chart for. All right, you did a great job today. You learned how to handle numbers all the way up to the 100 millions. I want you to remember that you say the house name at the commas when you're reading these large numbers. and always stack your numbers vertically when comparing or ordering them. Check out the next video for more math videos like this.